Hey dads, are you looking for a robotic vacuum cleaner? I've had a lot of experience with the Roomba, so I figured that I would talk to you guys about that today. But first of all, hi to all the new dads here. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic review of the products that I've have used. And so if you're interested in that, you might want to click that subscribe button if you want more of our videos. So today I want to talk to you guys about the Roombas. I've had experience with 3 of them, I believe. And I'll link them all up down below, the ones that I have, and there's newer ones out recently, I think. They're at like the 900 series, so if y'all want to check out that down below, I'll do that too. But I'm at my mom's house, and she has the iRobot Roomba. I think this is the 500 series, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just looking for the model number on it, and I couldn't find it on here, but I'm pretty sure it's the 570 maybe. But what's really nice about the Roomba, first of all, is the self-docking. So if it's going into an area where you can put one of these docking chargers, whenever it's getting low on battery or if it thinks it's done with a full area, it'll go and recharge itself all by itself. And with this model here, you can set an hour a day and a minute so that the Roomba knows the time in the day. And then you can schedule it. There's a scheduling feature on here. You just simply press that. It's a little, you got to use the buttons here to figure out what exactly you have to do. But that gets it scheduled up for you so that you don't even have to be home and your Roomba will go, which is fantastic. It's got this little side brush on here so that it really kind of gets into the nooks and crannies and kind of pushes things over to the front of the Roomba so that it can suck it up. I have noticed though, if you have kids or you have like a lot of beads, it kind of like hits the beads and it goes flying across the room and then it may never pick it up. It is fairly easy to get inside of a Roomba if you need to do any sort of changing or repairs or cleanup or anything like that. It's 4 screws right here. The whole cover comes off. Then there's a battery bank right here. The wheels are individual sockets, if you will. So you can, if there's a problem with one wheel, you can get a new one and just pop it right in there. It's fairly simple to use. I really like that. Some of the downsides of the Roomba though. So this is my mom's Roomba and it's been going strong for, 5+ years now, I want to say. But my wife and I, we had I think it was like one model below this one here. It was still in the 500 series, it just wasn't as fancy. It had a black face on it. But we kept getting error codes on the Roomba, and I noticed that sometimes, we had 2 of them, and I noticed that sometimes it would like do this weird little dance thing where it wouldn't actually go anywhere and suck up anything. It was like it was stuck. It was stuck in this program mode. And so eventually the battery would die on it. So I don't know what caused that. I've heard it's like a sensor issue. So on the front here, there's these bumpers, which is this big black thing right here. And it moves in and out. So it'll be going and then it hits something and it'll kind of turn until it doesn't feel that anymore and then it'll go again. And from what I've researched, there are sensors, one right here and one right here. And if one of the sensors gets malaligned or messed up somehow, I guess maybe too much bumping, I don't know, then you'll get an error code 503 or 305 or something like that, and it just won't work, which is very frustrating unless you go and have that sensor replaced, which the part is only like $4. But to get the whole thing replaced, like to have someone repair it and whatnot, I think it was going to cost like $50 or so. So just something that I noticed with our Roombas, we just haven't taken the time to do it. One, because in our house we have levels, so there's our living room is sunken down. So we would need, if we wanted to set up a schedule, we would need 3 Roombas for each different area of the house. I mean, you could, drag it to one area or put it in one area, press start, let it do its thing, and then whenever it thinks it's done, you pick it up and you can go bring it back. It's just not as convenient there. The other thing with the Roomba that I noticed is that if you have wires on your floor, whether it's like a cord, like a lamp cord, maybe you have some headphones that fell on the floor or went underneath the couch, any kind of charger that's hanging, laying on the floor, Roomba has a terrible time getting through those cords, and usually they get wrapped up. They get wrapped up in the brush here. And so, it'll just keep, this spins, so the cord gets stuck in the spin thing here, and then it never can get out. And so the Roomba's like, wee wah, that's the sound it makes, and then it sits there until you can go and take care of that wire. So if you're gonna set it up on a schedule, you have to kind of make sure that everything's picked up off the ground before you can let it run by itself and get a good clean. The other thing that I had for you that I know about Roomba, what was it? Oh yeah, whenever we lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma, our air vents for the house were on the floor. In Louisiana, most times air vents are in the ceilings, but I know a lot of people up north, they have it on the floor because heat rises and it's colder most of the time in those areas. But whenever the Roomba would go over those floor vents, it was kind of like just a standard kind. It wasn't anything fancy. So it had the metal ridges so you could open and close it. It would always get stuck on those, and it was so frustrating because we'd come home and either a wire got caught in it or it was stuck on the floor vent, which was frustrating. Another thing too is if you have a lip, like some stairs, it says that it'll detect that and it'll just turn around. But if you have some kind of like guard there, like where it's making a seam basically, I don't know what it's called, it can get stuck on that. We've had that problem too. It gets stuck on that and then it just won't go anywhere because it's having too much trouble turning around. All in all, the Roomba works really well. Again, down in the description below, I'll link it up for you if you want to check it out. It kind of it doesn't do like a deep clean for you. So you still have to vacuum every now and again. It just kind of helps to make it not as bad. It does have a bin on the bottom here, and it's not that deep. So you do have to you have to remember to clean it out, after it goes for its schedule, and you may not remember that because you have it on a schedule so you don't think about it. It's kind of one of those maintenance things that you have to do. The brushes are fairly easy to clean. I know if there's like a lot of hair, if you have maybe a woman in the house with long hair, it's a little harder to get all the hair off. It does come with a hair detangler, or you brush it down the brush and then it hopefully takes all the hair off. I've used scissors before to just kind of cut it up, but all in all, it's fairly easy to clean. This brush surprisingly doesn't get too much hair. If anything, the hair gets stuck underneath the little screw that's right there. This is your little sensor right here so that it knows, it can see this sensor on the charger so it knows where to go, and they basically connect like that. It has a handle right here, which is convenient. So if you need to carry it from room to room because you can't set up that schedule like we would have to do, it does have a little handle there that makes it a little bit easier to carry. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you. If you guys have a Roomba or any kind of robotic vacuum, let me know your experience with it down in the comments below. That's some of the best information comes from you guys down in the comments, and I definitely learned so much from you guys. So if you guys, I'm curious, like whether it's a Roomba, a Neato, there's a new one out there called like a Yami, or it's like a Chinese brand. I'll link all the robot vacuums that I can find down in the description below. You guys can kind of compare them. And like I said, let me know what your experience is down in the comments below with them. If you guys want more of our videos, make sure to click that subscribe button. There's a few more there on the screen. I would love it if you guys checked out more of our videos. If you want to hit that subscribe button, it's right there in the middle. Definitely appreciate that. If you have a product that you want us to review, let me know what it is down in the comments below, and I'll see if I can get it for you. Thank you guys for watching, and Dad out.